UNISA. You are heartily welcome today. It is the first of its kind, a long career fair. And I should give thanks to our, Sepiso and his crew, who really pestered us to say that we really also need our specific law career fair. We do not need a generic career fair, but the one that is only focusing to our law students, because we are many here at UNISA. And there are lots of law companies that can actually empower us on what they are doing. And these are the students who actually make it possible. Can you give them a round of applause?
It is a great honor and privilege to have a career awareness specifically for law students. My duty here is to welcome everyone and just briefly inform you about our college. We have two schools in the College of Law. We have the School of Criminal Justice. We have the School of Law. So with the career awareness, it assists the students with the different streams that they have, as well as bridging the gap, ensuring that you know what stream to take with the experts from the industry to assist you. And in the College of Law, we also have a call center, which will also assist you should you need any information or should you need any contact of one of the experts or from the industry who are with us here to exhibit. Please do feel free to contact also the college center to assist you. It can also assist you with any other queries that you have pertaining to your studies. We also have the law clinic, which is headed by Advocate Kahudi Korota. We also take attorney clerkship. If you are interested and you're a UNISA student, do feel free. They are also with us today. Besides that, we also have community engagement. In those community engagements, our students participate in those programs. We go to communities, teaching communities about their rights on the different aspects of the law. So please do feel free to also engage with them. They are with us. Participating in these programs, they also give you an experience because students are taught about court etiquette, critical analysis, we have student debates, we have street law programs, we have writing retreats programs, so we have a variety of programs that we do offer for our students. Please do feel free to engage with them and participate.
80% of our work is criminal law related and 20% civil. So if you as a candidate attorney come and work for legal aid, 80% of your time is going to be spent in a criminal court, representing an accused. 4 days a week, you're going to stand in a criminal court, representing accused. The realities of our courts, and I'm sure the people from the National Prosecuting Authority will agree with me, on the ground it is not nice, people. We have a magistrate court in Pretoria that carried that just this week, the water has run through from the roof down to the basement. There's no electricity in some of the courts. Then the cells flood. The lifts are not working. There's no power, there's no water. Can you then go and say, now today I'm not lawyering. My client must stay in prison because today I'm not lawyering because there's not water at the court. Can you do that? No. Because you want to be the human rights lawyer then. So human rights, unfortunately, is uncomfortable. We are funded by government. So we have this long list of statutory compliance that we have to comply with every month. Because remember, government wants to say, I'm giving you 10 million rand, show me, what did you do with that 10 million rand?
But the Hawks, as its mandate is mostly investigation, but there's other sections in the Hawks as well, like I'm at the Legal Services Department. So What we do is we have a support function where we support investigators, where they can come to us, we will assist them with difficult statements. The Cyber Crimes Act has just been promulgated and it's come into effect, so we have a lot of questions regarding search warrants and stuff like that, where we assist the members. Other things we do is we identify problems in the work setup. Then we make proactive legal notes where we try to give guidance to members and explain to them how to act in certain circumstances. We also assist them with organizational problems that they have. When they ask us questions, we call that formal legal notes. And then we have informal notes where investigators can phone you during the day and say, I have a problem in this investigative sphere. And then we try to give them guidance legally. But you all know your research has to be up to date. You need to keep up with that.
Those who are successful, they are going to go for an interview, oral interview, before a panel. Of which, after that, those who are successful, they will be absorbed in an aspirant prosecutor program, which will start on the 1st of March 2026. And once absorbed, they go through the training for 12 months. Of course, any stipend for these 12 months. During these 12 months, what happens is that they go through assessments. They'll be trained by the tutors. You'll go through assessment with different modules. We have got 14 modules, of which out of these modules, first module will be Introduction to Aspirant Prosecutor. We've got modules like Law of Evidence, modules Criminal Law, Principles of Criminal Law, etc., etc. The last module, which is module 14, you will be taken to court and you will be trained while doing the real work of a prosecutor. You will be a prosecutor. However, the tutor will be assessing you to see if you are doing what you were taught in class through these other modules.
This means that I'm going to present an opportunity for you to study an LLB in the UK. You can study in any university in the UK. It can be Cambridge, Oxford, Sussex, you name them. So the scholarship is a fully funded master's program, which is a one-year program. The way that is structured is it has a component of course-based as well as a minor dissertation or a mini thesis. So you will go for 12 months and study in the UK. So for the people that are interested in this program, we target people who have realistic career goals, people who want to come back and be the leader on their respective field. In this is that you will be leading in the law fraternity. And you need to also demonstrate some leadership capabilities, meaning that as a student, you should not only focus on your academics, but also doing some community engagement, you can be part of the societies in the university, or be part of a tutor or mentorship. So we will consider those things.
So compliance is broad and wide. You can either be an internal compliance officer and work for big corporates, or you can be an external compliance officer. And it's not limited to the standard industries that compliance is famous for. For instance, your FSPs, your insurance companies, as well as education and the health industry. We have emerging industries such as fintech. Law firms now are also required to comply to certain legislation such as the FIC Act. So there is a wider career opportunities in the GRC space, which is governance, risk and compliance. So if you decide not to practice, look at GRC as a very lucrative second option, if not best.
Always grateful to be in in rooms like this one, where we are going to share opportunities with South Africans who wants to pursue their studies abroad. As mentioned, I'm from the Department of Education and Training. As a department, we partner with foreign partners, be it other government or universities, and we send our South African students on fully funded scholarship programs. So as a South African, you are eligible to all these programs. We do not earmark them for other South Africans, but they are available to everyone. We usually post this on social media platforms, and it usually pains me when I see South Africans commenting about being it a bogus, being it a scam, being it whatever. So if you are one of those people who, when you post, you will say, oh, this is a scam, there was a Russian scam where influencers were doing the same, now it's BRICS, tada, 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 you are going to be left out. Because these opportunities are there, students apply, and we send a lot of them abroad. As I've mentioned, we work with different countries. We do have opportunities in Mauritius. For Mauritius, we do offer undergraduate and postgraduate opportunities. But I know this room, we are only going to focus on law programs. As government, we do not send South Africans abroad for undergraduate programs. I think you all know why, because remember, law is specific to a country. So if we send you to China, it means we say you do not need to come back, because we are going to learn the law in China, and which might not be applicable in South Africa. So we do not send any undergraduate students to pursue law degrees in any of our countries. So the second opportunities, we do have the German opportunity. This year, it was the launch of our German opportunity. We are sending 150 students to Germany. This is one of our biggest scholarship opportunities. Remember, it's fully funded. We are working with a university called Constructor. So it's for all programs. So law, if you are also a law student, you want to pursue your master's or your PhD, you can apply for that opportunity.
So we have a section within the Department of Employment and Labor, which is called Inspection and Enforcement Services. So there, when they recruit, they normally require people who have got a law qualification. In fact, they want people who have got a law qualification. So it's a branch within the Department of Employment and Labor, which is responsible for ensuring compliance with labor legislation and protecting the rights of the workforce. So unfortunately or fortunately, the Department of Labor is custodian to labor legislation. So we publish the legislation, so we have to make sure that the legislation is followed by employers, is followed by employees at the same time. So when we talk of labor legislation, you will know, referring to your Basic Conditions of Employment Act, your Labor Relations Act, your Employment Equity Act, your Occupational Health and Safety, UIF, COIDA. So those are the legislation that we talk about. EE, it's not all of them. The role of the inspector within the department is to make sure that there is compliance. So where there is no compliance, you issue a compliance order for enforcement. If the case cannot be solved within the department, then it is referred to our colleagues next to us, the CCMA, or it could also go to the High Court. So as an inspector, you have to make sure that you follow those processes and try and resolve the dispute before it can go to the labor court.
The CCMA offers various career paths. From the bottom, we employ general workers such as drivers, receptionists, administrators, etc. We also provide various opportunities that law graduates can explore. We employ legal researchers in our Social Justice and Training Academy department. The same department also offers opportunities such as material development. The department is also responsible for various departments for training. The department is also responsible for training of our other various departments. It also assists with the creation of trainers, presenters, assessors, moderators, etc. So you can really benefit from the various positions in this specific department. And the department is headed by the National Senior Commissioner.
Now, the premise from which I begin is that aviation is not a hobby. It drives the economy in the world. It's an economic driver. The GDP, its contribution to the African GDP, to the global GDP, to start with, is about $4.1 trillion. And its contribution worldwide was to create 86.5 million jobs. So now, if you have to think entrepreneurially, as a lawyer in training sitting there, you ask yourself, what do you want to do to tap into this economic in the industry? We are trained not to take your LLBs and just post them on Instagram only on graduation day and it ends there. You are trained, as a lawyer, you're trained first and foremost as a critical thinker. You need to think critically. That means you need to be able to see opportunities where they exist. Yes, everyone is going to do one type of thing with their degree. You are going to sit back and think, how do I differ from everyone else? How do I tap into other industries? How do I leverage the value that I can see in the other industries? There are many ways you can do this. You can start, for instance, by looking up ICAO fellowships. ICAO is the International Civil Aviation Organization. It regulates aviation globally. There's some fellowship that they offer. See if they suit you. See if they speak to what you want to do with your skills going forward. Also look for scholarship programs that they may have, for micro-credentials, for other credentials in the other industry. Because here's where we start. For you to dabble in the field of aviation law to start with, you will need to have what you call a double CV. In other words, you have to be qualified in law and be qualified in something else. And that something else could be anything in the aviation sector. For me personally, it was me being qualified as a pilot and then me being qualified as a lawyer on the other hand. And I managed to combine those two and look for spaces where I could use that expertise. So you cannot run away from a multi-transdisciplinary approach to how you skill yourself. The days of a person simply being qualified in one area alone are over. If you think having one degree and one set of skills will make you live a comfortable, pensionable life, you're probably lying to yourself and you're probably shutting down all the dreams you've had since childhood. For you to get there, it's not an easy journey. You need to multi-skill yourself, and it's an ongoing thing. It's what we call continuous learning, lifelong learning. It never ends. It never ends when you get your LLB. It never ends when you get your BCom or whatever other degree that you're going for. Continue to skill yourself in these other fields, and you will begin to see doors opening and continue to think as an entrepreneur rather than as an employee. Because as an employee, you'll never really achieve the things that you set out to achieve from the time that you were young. Yes, you will wake up every day and at the end of the month, you will collect your salary and go home. That's all you can be. But if you want to leave a mark, if you want to change your life, if you want to leave a legacy, you will need to go beyond just the degree that you're doing now.
Hello, Unisans. My name is McDonald Ramala, and I'm from the UNISA College of Law. So today we held a seminar, rather a working seminar on Beyond the Bar, where we were exploring alternative legal careers in public service. So these are part of just a series of interviews whereby we will be looking at various companies where students can indeed inquire in terms of other alternative law-related careers that they can embark on. So, sir, please tell us your name and the institution that you represent.
My name is Mojalefa Koza. I'm a senior education specialist with the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission of South Africa.
Thank you, Mr. Mojalefa Koza. So, CIPC, in short. Please tell us what the CIPC is all about.
CIPC is responsible for the registration of companies and intellectual property rights in South Africa. Over and above that, CIPC is responsible for the monitoring of compliance with all our company laws as well as our intellectual property laws. Over and above that, we are responsible for the accreditation and the regulation of collecting societies in South Africa insofar as music is concerned. Furthermore, we are responsible for doing research on companies and intellectual property law, and upon research advise the Minister of Trade and Industries on matters relating to companies and intellectual property law.
So, Michaela, what is the process that our students need to embark on if they want to become a part of the Gavi Institute?
So we're part of the private legal training sector. So how we play a role in their journey is we help them get admitted as attorneys. So your whole journey is you completed your LLB degree. After that, you want to go do law school, which is now known as your practical vocational training. So we offer 2 programs, the 400-hour program and a 150-hour program. After that, you want to go do your board exams, which is currently 4 papers, becoming 5 papers, but we offer courses to help you and assist you to pass those exams. After that, you can become very specialized and then can become a conveyancer, notarial lawyer, but then we've also got courses when it comes to those 2 exams. So we help you on your road and journey to become admitted as an attorney in the High Court.
Okay, I'm from the Law Society of South Africa. I am working and involved in legal education, and we provide opportunities for LLB students who have completed their degrees to actually attend various programs, because students have to serve 2 years of articles upon completion of their LLBs in order to get admitted. So if they happen to serve 2 years of articles, there's a compulsory minimum course, which is 150 notional hours, which equates to approximately 21 days of training. That prepares you for board exams, but it gives you an overview of other areas of the law, which is not usually covered in the article period. We also have it is basically a PVT course, which is vocational training. Students have approximately 4 months of in-contact sessions and lectures, and there's also, it's blended, so it's also online. That is 400 hours of 400 notional hours, and if you attend the course and complete it successfully, it cuts down your period of articles to 1 year.
So the Companies Tribunal is an entity of the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition. It is actually established in terms of Section 193 of the Companies Act. The mandate of the Companies Tribunal basically emanates from Section 34 of the Constitution that stipulates that everyone has the right to have their disputes heard through a court or a tribunal. That on its own led to the establishment of a lot of other tribunals in the country. In terms of legislation, the Companies Tribunal is established in terms of the Companies Act. So that's where we derive our mandate. Our mandate is to actually resolve company disputes speedily for free. We do that through adjudication and alternative dispute resolution. So anyone that comes to the Companies Tribunal does not have to have a legal representation, considering that members of the Companies Tribunal are experts in company law and they are also trained mediators. Currently we are led by Judge Dennis Davis, who is assisted by 10 other members who are experts in company law. I must highlight the fact that anyone that is a company-related disputes, they would think of going to court, which takes long to have their matters heard and resolved. Instead, when you come to the Companies Tribunal, your matter can be resolved once you have filed all the necessary documents. Within 3 months, you can have a decision of the Companies Tribunal. That decision, if your one is not actually satisfied, they can take it to court for review.
So I'm sitting here wondering, for our students community, are there any opportunities within the South African Human Rights Commission which our students can get hold of and utilize to better their lives?
All right, so other than the usual HR, finance, offices and stuff. There is this specific one that is specifically for law students. So we've got the protection unit where we have legal officers which are practicing like any other lawyer in a law firm. We consult with clients and we go to court, right? So in order to be hired as a legal officer at the Human Rights Commission, you would have to have done your law degree, and then you would have to be an admitted attorney. But there are other units such as monitoring unit of the Human Rights Commission, which requires other qualifications. You don't necessarily have to be, to have LLB or to have a law degree in order to be a monitoring officer, which are the people that go into institutions and, clinics, SAPS, even UNISA to come and check if students' rights are not being violated.
From the National Consumer Commission, we have investigators that need to have an LLB degree. They do not have to have maybe admitted as attorneys. So an LLB degree will allow them to enter into that space of investigation. We also have our complaint handling department, in which they can also look for opportunities there. They also do not have to have they need LLB, but they do not need to be admitted as attorneys as well. So we also have our legal department where we enforce the consumer rights, where we employ legal advisors. So for the legal advisors position, we need somebody with LLB together with admission as an attorney.
I was advising the students in the exhibition hall that in order to become an adjudicator, you need to have studied law. Any law-related qualification can lend you a job as an adjudicator. But because we are a fully functioning office, we do have the HR department, finance department, marketing and communications department, so on and so forth. So we are a fully functioning office which has to have the daily deliverables met. So any other qualification can lend you a job in any of these other departments and divisions. But in order to become an adjudicator specifically, you need to have studied law. So we do have opportunities such as internship programs, whereby we do take students or people who have recently graduated from school and offer them internship programs and on-job experience.
The event was eye-opening. I've learned a lot that studying LLB or Bachelor of Laws is not about being an attorney or an advocate or going to court. There is a lot that is happening in a legal career, including researching, aviation. There are a lot of opportunities.
From this event, what is it that you think UNISA can do better?
Well, so far, according to my experience, I can say the university is doing well so far, and maybe they can continue doing well and check and prioritize the needs of our students.
Thank you, Nozipo. And the university has had you, and then you've heard from her in terms of prioritizing the needs of the students moving forward. And then from us here, it's a wrap. Thank you so much.